I got pregnant when I was 14, had my son when I was 15. I had to grow up very fast, and I've been through a lot of things, and I didn't want to make the same mistakes or, pass down generational trauma to my son. I needed to find that healing, and I kept searching and searching, and it wasn't until I found Theta Healing that I understood that it's like the most beautiful feeling. And it's not just healing, it's transformation. Because there's some people who are like, oh, healing, I'm tired of healing. And I'm like, that's because you guys are not experiencing transformation. And I understood the power of the first 7 years of our life, and that's how we get programmed on how to be part of a family. And that's where all of our programs began. I'm like, wow, that's where I need to change. I need to be able to heal myself, my inner child, so that way I can model healthy behavior to my children.
Hello, my beautiful manifestors out there, all things manifestations. We are here today with a beautiful soul inside and out. We have our beautiful guest today. She's going to be talking and sharing with us what is Theta Healing, right? I've heard about it on Instagram. I get these reels. I don't know what it is. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, my name is Angie. I'm a certified Theta Healing instructor, and I specialize in science-based parenting. So I paired these two together to be able to heal your inner child, because that's how we get the total transformation.
So what is Theta Healing?
So Theta Healing is healing that's done on a subconscious level. So through a guided meditation, we tap into at the Theta brain state, and that's how all the healing and the manifestations in Theta Healing are done.
Can you share with us like your Instagram? Because I know you have a lot of followers. I love how you share your message on Instagram, and I saw it. It had like over 250,000 views. How did you become a Theta Coach?
I found Theta Healing, and I wanted to do it for personal development. But once I was studying under Dr. Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton, and I kept hearing the word theta, theta, theta. A babysitter of mine was like, hey, you have to go check out this guy, Chris. He does Theta Healing. I'm like, what is that? She's like, just go. So I went there, and I absolutely fell in love with Theta Healing. I didn't think that I could monetize healing and make as much money that would match my lifestyle, right? Or the lifestyle that I already had, until I met my ex, who helps people to monetize their business online. I wasn't even on social media before. I would just like post quotes, but never photos or selfies of myself. I wasn't really that extrovert person putting myself out there. I didn't see, if there's a reason and a value, then okay, go ahead and post online. But I didn't see that for myself. I was more of a mom and doing my own thing outside of the online space.
Your brand blew up because of your ex? Like he helped you create this person online?
Well, when I was with him, I wasn't really pushing my my business so much, because I was like in mommy mode. But that is how I built my following, is by being on his social media.
Right. So how were you able to implement your Theta Healing without social media, and then with social media? How did that work?
Off of social media, I was just in different classes and taking different classes online. So I'd meet people from different parts of the world, and we do Theta Healing over Zoom, but it wasn't like I was marketing online. But when I was with my ex, he's like, are you ready to get going on teaching, doing seminars? And I'm like, yes, I'm ready. So I hosted my first in-person Theta Healing seminar, where I instructed a group of like 6 women in San Diego. And after that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing to be able to connect in person to do Theta Healing. It was magical. So that's what got the ball rolling.
Because of that relationship, you were able to become this amazing influencer, right? Like you're influencing people worldwide. I know last time we went on a live, we had like hundreds of people like so happy and sharing how you've helped them with Theta Healing. Was there something that happened to you that you wanted to search for a healing?
I had a very dysfunctional childhood, and I've gone through a lot. I got pregnant when I was 14, had my son when I was 15. So I had to grow up very fast, and I've been through a lot of things, and I didn't want to make the same mistakes or, pass down generational trauma to my son or to my children. So I found healing. And that was like where I found my outlet, because I had a lot of pain inside, and I know that it there was no way that it can dissipate. There wasn't like drugs, alcohol, partying, or any of that stuff. It didn't even do anything for me. I needed to find that healing, and I kept searching and searching, and it wasn't until I found Theta Healing that I understood that it's like the most beautiful feeling. And it's not just healing, it's transformation. Because there's some people who are like, oh, healing, I'm tired of healing. And I'm like, well, that's because you guys are not experiencing transformation.
So you shared about your son. That must have been like really hard. You were so young, and you had a son at 14 years old.
I got pregnant at 14, 15 when I had him. Actually, when I was younger, I didn't think that it was hard, because I'm just you're just doing what you got to do. But the effects of at that time, I wasn't emotionally developed in that area to be able to attune to his emotional needs. It caused a lot of, emotional trauma for my son. And that later on had an effect on him now till this day. So he has a lot of anger management issues to where he doesn't know how to regulate his emotions and acts out. And that all stems from childhood. And so as I got older, I was like, I understood the power of the first 7 years of our life. And that's how we get programmed on how to be part of a family. That's where all of our programs began. I'm like, wow, that's where I need to change. I need to be able to heal myself, my inner child, so that way I can model healthy behavior to my children. So for my son, because he's already older and he's already at that age where I can't go back and reparent him in that way, I had to clear up a lot of my guilt as a mom. Because that happens. Like, what happens when you F up when you were younger because you didn't know any better, and now your kids are, going down a path and you're like, oh my gosh, what's happening? I had to be able to go up and connect to God's understanding of, my son, his life and his soul and his lessons in life. And he chose me to be his mom with the same exact things that are happening there, that have happened. And he has great lessons coming with wherever he's at right now. So that was really big for me because I've worked with so many moms where their children are addicts and they feel so bad. What are they going to do? They have the guilt. And sometimes we have to let go and let God to be able to develop that within. Because it's one thing to say, yeah, I have trust and faith in God and, everything's in God's hands. That's okay to say that out loud. But to internalize that and have that knowing within is priceless.
Has that been your key to overcoming relationships?
Oh, yeah, relationships. The other thing is, too, is like my past relationship. That's how people know me online. It was very hard. And I knew that he had it all comes down to our childhood traumas, right? We were an energetic match. So my childhood traumas were an energetic match to who he is. And he provoked a lot of my inner child wounds that I had to heal. And I wish that he could have been receptive to the healing work that I would do. But some men are not because they think it's weak. But it's not. That doesn't mean that. We need to have transformation and to understand that, when we were children, we're innocent little beings. We're just learning how to be human beings, and we internalize things and our brains process things slower. So if you weren't taught how to, regulate your emotions, and you're taught that like being explosive and crazy is normal, you become desensitized and you act that way in your adult life. And that's kind of what happened.
So what about all the the good stuff of it? Is that temporary or is that?
We all love materialistic things. It's fun. But to me, that doesn't mean anything if you don't have God energy and you don't have that connection, and I say God energy is because to really be intimate with other human being, we have to be able to be connected. And when we can love others the way that God intended us to love them, I think that's the highest form of intimacy. And if somebody's not open to that, it's only going to go so far. And to me, I'm like, it's lifeless. It's like it's there, but there's no life. It becomes very dull.
So how have you used this tool, this Theta Healing, to overcome that relationship and move forward and be an amazing coach? I mean, you're amazing, Angie.
Thank you.
I know your stories of success, helping women and helping me too, right? Like you helped me on my journey, and I appreciate that. So how have you used that with your clients, or what success stories do you have, or your personal success story?
So the thing about Theta Healing is that it's literally years of therapy in 1 hour, because you're digging down in the subconscious mind, you're identifying where it began, you're finding the lesson that why you went through that less than desirable life experience. You're able to have forgiveness and healing and it's forgiveness for yourself and the other person. And you release people of the obligation of ever teaching you these lessons in that way ever again. And I thought that was so beautiful. The one thing about Theta Healing that I haven't found in any other modality was that it teaches you how to master and attain virtues. Before Theta Healing, I didn't know what a virtue was. I mean, they have like a couple in the Bible or whatever, but it wasn't like the long list of like, the more that I love and accept myself, the more that others love and accept me. And like God's understanding of unconditional love, God's understanding of, tactfulness and discernment and all of these other things. We gain those by going through these life lessons. And sometimes people have that belief that in order to learn, I have to learn the hard way. Now you have your free will choice. Do you want to learn the hard way, or do you want to program your mind that you want to learn through being of service to others? That's what I wanted to make that shift. I don't want to learn the hard way anymore. It's like you get to choose your heart. It is challenging to show up and to be of service to others and to learn how to, do the whole online thing. I'm learning, but it takes a lot. It's challenging, but the challenge is better. What do you want? Choose your heart. Right? But it doesn't have to be the hard way. Like like going to prison for many, many years in order to learn those lessons. You could learn it through being of service.
So how did you use it personally? Did you forgive your ex?
Yes, I forgive my ex. I have to anytime, because there are times where I get so frustrated, and I popped off one time, once or twice. He gave my Birkin to the new one. What the hell?
You don't do that. Okay.
I was like, how dare he? What kind of a man does this? I went all crazy. I'm like, God, Angie, come on, get real. It's just a Birkin. Who cares? But I was upset, and so I had to do the belief work on myself to release any resentment, like any feelings of resentment. You want to clear that out of your mind, because that energetic charge of resentment in your mind, it will cloud your judgment. You know, we need our intuition, especially as women, to keep moving forward.
Do you feel like a lot of the social media like clouds that because it's an image that we portray online?
I feel like a lot of people, like even in my relationship with him, I was so dysregulated and overstimulated and just not myself. People are like, you're so shy and quiet. And I'm like, I'm not necessarily shy or quiet. It just was portrayed that way because I was just not having it. I was just not there. I was dysregulated. And dysregulation means that my nervous system was just, I was in a fight or flight. And that's what dysregulated means. You're in fight, flight, or freeze.
So how would you teach somebody that's going through this, like a hard relationship or breakup, or just like thinking of like maybe suicidal thoughts? You know, suicide is
I got
common.
to a point where I was like, I'm gonna lose it. Like there's no way I could keep going because I was so stressed out. And I have my kids and everything else. I was losing it. And when you are in a constant fight or flight, there's parts of your brain that become atrophied and it's hard to function. So when people are in these toxic relationships and they get out, it takes a minute for them to be able to feel themselves again. Some women, it takes up to a year. But with Theta Healing, you're able to shorten that gap. And I think that's the most beautiful part, because you're able to do the healing work. You have to be able to practice repetition of like learning and create new neural pathways in your brain to be able to stimulate, you know, those good feelings, good hormones and everything. So yeah, that's what I had to do. I doubled down on my own healing and learning and diving deeper into my own healing.
Can somebody, like you train them, but somebody can do it on their own, or you walk them through?
So this is what I do. If somebody wants to do a one-on-one Theta Healing session and they just want to have like the actual service done for them, then I will do a one-on-one session. But my ultimate goal is to teach everyone how to learn how to do Theta Healing. To be able to learn how to reprogram your subconscious mind is a game changer. You can apply this to any area of your life. If you want to go super learn and go learn something new, learn how to tap into your subconscious. Learn how to tap into a theta state. I can tap into a theta state instantly. And the more you go into a theta state, the faster and the deeper you go. Let's say if I take one of your courses and I make sure that I get my brain into a theta brain state, it's like I'm super learning. And then also the other thing is, when I want to download an understanding or any type of knowledge or something, I can connect up to the energy of creation, ask for God's understanding of what this is, and download that I have the same definition and perception, and to download that into my subconscious mind.
Can you show me how?
Yeah, of course.
Let's do it.
So, you ready?
I'm excited. Because we're going to watch some transformation.
Go ahead and center yourself in your heart center. Imagine your energy going all the way down to the center of Mother Earth, connecting with that beautiful Mother Earth energy, bringing that energy back up through the earth. And as it reaches your feet, it's going to move up your body, opening, clearing, and aligning each and every one of your chakras. And in a beautiful ball of light above your crown chakra, you're going to imagine your consciousness going up, past the stars and up and up through layers and layers of light, through a beautiful golden light, into a jelly-like substance, up and up into a sparkly white light. You're going to go deeper into this sparkly white light until you become one with this white light. Creator of all that is, it is commanded to download that I have the Creator's understanding, definition, and perspective, that I know what it feels like, how to, that it's possible, that I'm worthy, capable, and allowed to, that it exists in me, for me, and in others, to have God's understanding of patience. And if you would like this, say yes. And witness that sparkly white light energy integrating through every cell of your body. Creator of all that is, it is commanded to download that I know what it feels like to forgive myself for any lifetime, time frame, or dimension when I did not know how to have Creator's understanding of patience. Yes?
Yes.
It is commanded to download that I know what it feels like to forgive others when they did not know how to have Creator's understanding of patience for me. Yes?
Yes.
And it is commanded to download that I know what it feels like to forgive myself when I did not know how to have Creator's understanding of patience for others. Yes?
Yes.
Can the Creator teach you and show you what it feels like to have Creator's understanding of patience with your daughter? Yes?
Yes.
And that you know how to in the highest and best ways with grace and ease. Yes?
Yes. I felt really relaxed.
Mm-hmm. when you open your eyes after being in a theta state, it feels like you just woke up from like a really yummy nap.
Yes, everybody needs an Angie in their life.
Yeah.
Where can they find you? Like, share with us. Are your
So,
IGs?
my Instagram is mbs_Angie. You can find me on Instagram, and I have a lot of good things coming. I'm really into self-concept right now. So, of course, when you do the reprogramming, you want to be able to do a lot of self-concept affirmations just to reinforce all of the belief work that you're doing, because your subconscious mind works off of repetition. I'm just repeating that. And there's a lot of people who are not in environments where people are speaking life into them. So you got to be able to speak life into yourself. And that's one of the things that, like, look at Kanye West. I love Kanye West. When he talks about his mother, you see any clips about him and his mother, that woman spoke life into him. And to me, when I saw, like, every time I see that, I literally cry, because I'm like, that is just so beautiful. That's the power of a mother. So if you're a woman or a mother, learning how to speak life into your children or into your loved ones is everything. And it starts by learning how to speak life into yourself, because it's all a journey of loving yourself so that way you can love others, you know, the same. The one thing that you cannot buy is emotional intelligence. You can't. You can make all this money and have all these things, but emotional intelligence is what's going to create lasting success in every area of your life and in all aspects. And the way that you do that is through healing and Theta Healing, because it's transformation. You're going to be able to clear up all the things, and you no longer have to continue to repeat it. A lot of men have so many anger issues. For me, the reason why I love working with men is because it heals that aspect, that pain that I have in my heart from my son, because I wasn't that mom that I speaking life into him. I did the opposite. I broke his spirit. I broke his heart. So I want to be there to change that and to like teach the mom that I was, there's a better way. And I didn't know, because I was just a product of my environment. So now that we have social media and eyes are on me, that's what I want to say. Listen, even if you messed up like I did, there's always room for redirection, and there's always a place for like connection to be able to, you know, grow from that. And there's always room for repair. I want to share a story with you about one of my male clients that I helped with Theta Healing. He booked a session with me, and he's like, Ange, I'm having trouble. I do all these coachings, and you know, I hire all these people to do fitness coaching, and I just can't follow through with it. He's like, and then I feel down on myself, and I just feel worse, and then I gain the weight back. And so he was just on this cycle, but he felt very limiting. He's like, I feel like a piece of shit. I feel like a little bitch. He kept like shaming himself. And we did the Theta Healing, and it came down to how his father treated him. He didn't trust his father, so he didn't trust male coaches. So anytime that they would talk, he would work with them, he would only trust him to a certain extent, and then when he fell off, his results would go back. So we had to be able to do the inner child healing on his relationship of trusting the masculine. So now he's now able to be receptive to other male coaches. That's why he was receptive to me, because I'm a woman. So he needed to learn how to trust the masculine. So now he completely changed his everything. His body is all nice, right and tight, and he was able to really be in those groups and have success with other men.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, a lot of people are going to hit you up. So remember, look for her on Instagram. She will change your life like this. All right. So are you ready for love?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to do a quick exercise. Okay.
All
so
right.
close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Remember, you guys can do this with us, but if you're driving, don't do it till you get home. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Just release it and just feel your heart. And we're going to do something called a soul call. Okay. For love. I just want you to get in your heart space and think of the people that you love, your baby girls, your son, just your puppy, things that make you feel happy. And I want you to, in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine yourself in a beautiful island somewhere, walking on the sand, early morning, crispy water, crispy, hard sand. You're walking there with your soulmate, strong, powerful, loving. And you're just holding hands, walking down this beach, and you feel the water slightly touch your feet. And as you feel his grip, you know he's the one. And you say, thank you. And you know that you're safe. And feel that in every cell of your body. Squeeze his hand. Say, thank you. And now, take a deep breath in. And come back out. How was that?
It was beautiful. I love it.
Did it feel easy?
That felt good. Felt warm. I think because I had practiced with Theta Healing, because I wasn't putting a specific person. It was the feeling, you know? So I was like, this feels good. Wait, I like this.
Okay, all right.
I think I might do that meditation more often.
Right,
I think
so-
I might do that meditation more often.
So remember, you guys want to manifest love, amazing things in your life, and get bold, magnetic, and unleash, because remember, it's within. So we're
Yes.
giving you all the tips. That's my life gift to all of you guys on YouTube. And thank you so much, Angie. Remember, I know also you're having a workshop, right?
Yes, I have a Theta Healing workshop. I have them once a month. My next workshop is October 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Wow.
It's a 3-day seminar. So I teach people how to become Theta Healing practitioners. So it's for personal development. But if you love it and fall in love with it like I did, you can go on and take on clients or add it to your existing practice.
That is so amazing. So where can they get more information?
MBS_Angie.
All right. Well, thank you guys. We love you. And I can't wait for so many more testimonials on Theta Healing.
Yes, I can't wait.
Thank you guys.
Bye. Thank you.